we have reached a bit of a crossroads in where we want to go in developing the database. So I wanted to take the time to make this video to explain why I took this poll in the Discord and where we're headed over the next few months with the database. I took this poll basically asking if we should prioritize making the database easier to use and simplifying the data entry process, or if we should prioritize providing more nuanced statistics. And basically, we've been asked by a lot of coaches to make a tool that allows them to easily share information with their students. So you can see we started building out this curriculum design tool. We worked with the UI team to do it. And as we were getting ready to start building it, we realized that this type of tool is going to require the instructors to be able to really take their training and coaching into their own hands and being able to enter in information on their own and find the material that they're looking for that they'd want to share with their students. So it caused us to take a step back and kind of reassess where we're going with the future of the database. So we came up with 9 different options before narrowing it down to 2. And it basically comes down to what type of product do we want to build. If we continue down the same path that we're going on, the idea was to create a platform and display very nuanced statistics that are, interesting and could dictate what you want to work on in your training depending on what your goals are. So if we wanted to continue going down this road, we wouldn't build out a tool for coaches to design their curriculum. Instead, we would focus on building out different ways of displaying statistical information. But this type of tool is very reliant on me entering all the data because this is all the stuff we're tracking right here. No one wants to enter this amount of information. Wingspan, inseam, chest, the region, the rule set, it just goes on and on. The affiliation, it's a lot of information to enter. And while it does provide some kind of nuanced statistics, it's much more of a tool where you would go on to see something interesting as opposed to a tool that you would use to design your training. So all this to say, we're going to switch to a more social media based approach to the Outlier database. So instead of creating a tool where you just kind of hop on and see some cool statistics, we're now trying to create a tool where you can really take the learning into your own hands and enter data on your own, save data, share footage with your friends. And this is the type of tool that I think we can build some very cool things on top of, as opposed to me just entering in all the data and finding out some cool little statistics. So right now I'm going to talk about what this means for the future of the statistics, but please keep in mind that I don't see this being displayed anytime soon. Because again, the priority right now is not displaying this statistical information. It's on making the database easy to navigate, giving you the ability to share information easily with other people, as well as save information in an organized way for you to reference later on. So I'm going to go over the things that we're going to continue to track. But again, please keep in mind, this is mostly just to make things easier for you to find on the database, not to display statistical information. Although it does leave the door open for us to do that in the future. All the red stuff we're not tracking anymore. The teal stuff is required, and then the black stuff is optional. So because we're kind of really simplifying the data entry process, we're now tracking the sport. So we're going to open it up to gi, wrestling, judo, MMA, whatever you want to enter, you can enter. And we're going to see how that goes. But hopefully this is a really big perk, because I know a lot of people want specifically gi stuff, and I know a lot of people are studying wrestling these days as well. So we'll see how many people enter different sports as opposed to just all no gi stuff. But with the statistics, we're not going to be able to get organization specific or gender specific or region specific or weight division specific, that type of thing. But we will be able to see some trends as far as technique goes. And we'll be able to drill down to the player as well. So you'll still be able to see Gordon Ryan likes to pass the guard like this, or this is the most common takedown that leads to points or something like that. You'll still be able to see those type of statistics. They just won't get as nuanced as this. So basically, I think we're trimming some statistics, but hopefully we're maintaining, 80, 90% of the helpful statistics in this model. And the main thing is we're just not going to prioritize right now displaying those statistics. And instead, we're really going to try and prioritize making things easy to find and share and organize. And then on top of that, we'll be able to build things like this curriculum design tool for coaches to use. And you can see we're currently working on designing a new data entry process, and the new social media layout is kind of coming together here. So it's going to take us a couple months, but we're planning to build out these two, get feedback, see how people are responding to the data entry change, and once we get it to a point where there's a lot less friction, people are using it consistently, then we can start to build out tools like this, and it should be relatively seamless for people to go from this tool to incorporating it into their like design if you're a coach, to your curriculum. So um, that's the plan moving forward. And yeah, it's gonna take a few months, but I'm excited for this new path we're going down.